Hello and welcome to this video. I'm making this video today to show you my Skoda Favorit that I have for sale. So this is a Skoda Favorit LXIE flare line, and it was manufactured on the M-Reg in the 1st of October 1994. So the car is 26 years old. It's currently MOT'd until March 2021. It went through the MOT with no advisories. In general, it's in very fair condition. It does have one or two little blemishes which I'm going to show you, and also at some point in its life it has had a respray, and the respray is not brilliant, and it does require quite a lot of keeping on top of, i.e. polishing and waxing and one thing and another. So the bodywork. Now on these Favorits, they were renowned for rotting on the outer and inners of the wheel arches, but these are very good, and what I intend to do as I go through this video is to actually get underneath the car and show you the condition of it. So it has a rust spot here on this door, here, on the tailgate on these Favorits, they're rusted. And the usual place that these rusted was on these corners. So it's rusted here, and across here. And apart from that, the rest of the tailgate is in good order. It's good down this side. And there is a little ding in this wing here. All the tyres are good, the brakes are good, the handbrake's good. I'll show you the tyres. Maybe a little bit dark, but I'm going to show you them anyway. And like I say, I'll get it on some ramps in a little while and get under. So that's like the outside of the Skoda. I'll lift the bonnet and we'll have a look at the engine. It's very clean under the bonnet, and this engine is a 1300cc. All the inner wings are good and solid, as are the tops of the wings, and in 2018 it's had two brand new shock absorbers on the front. It has, on the washers, it has a washer for the rear wash and the front wash. Now the rear wash motor is packed up, but hopefully I might be able to get hold of one of them. Everything's accessible. Coolant, windscreen wash, dipsticks down here, back of the engine. Nice clean oil. It goes back into that fiddly little hole down there, like that. The battery, that was brand new about 14 months ago. Good battery. The car always starts, it's never let me down. It does about 40 plus miles to the gallon. Doesn't use oil, doesn't use water, doesn't use brake fluid. It's proved to be quite reliable, and it's been fun having it. We'll take a look inside. This is one of three cars that I'm selling. I'm selling my Skoda, my Puma and my MGF. So let's have a look inside. Now it's not bad inside at all. It's all intact, which is a good thing, I guess. This driver's seat, the stitching has just gone across here and across here. But the bolsters are good, the backs of the seats are good, and the headrests. The carpets are good. Some of the plastics have faded a little over time with the sun. For example, the winders and the door handles. It's good in the door jambs. And the bottoms of the doors. The back seat's good, as are the carpets in the back. And these back seats, like conventionally, they fold down. I'm going to do this on the other side because it's bad for light here. So these back seats fold down and then forward to give you plenty of room in the back, or also you can remove these seats simply by folding them down as I just said there, and then the seats lift out. You can remove it completely and get plenty of room inside. Look around this door jamb. Passenger seat all good, and carpets, as is the roof lining. There's a bit of rust on this in here. There's a rust patch there. The rest of the door jambs are good. Plenty of room in the back, and as I say, when you get those seats down there's even more room. And of course the parcel shelf on this one is a two-section parcel shelf. So you have the rear section and then the forward section, and these just lift out. So in December of 2018 this car was taken to Crown rust proofing at Tipton in the West Midlands by its previous owner, which was Ian Seabrook of Hubnut fame, and you can find plenty of videos on his channel about this car, as you can on mine. And this is a gentleman in question. So as I say, he took it to Crown rust proofing. It was extensively given the Waxall treatment inside the inside of the sills, rear wheel arches, under the floor, in the boot and under the bonnet, which can only have done the car some good. Now, as I said, the car's MOT until March 2021, but the odometer, the mileometer on these Favorites are renowned for braking or working intermittently, and this speedo was exactly like that. It worked intermittently. And the previous owner, so when this car went for MOT in March 2018, it had 8,688 miles on the clock. Now the mileage cannot be verified as being correct because, as I say, this one was working intermittently on the mileometer, the odometer. So this binnacle were taken out, and the cogs on the back were repaired, and everything was put back together, but it wasn't put back together with the correct mileage. So when I bought the car in March 2019, it said 941 on the clock, and it's now reading 3298. So I've done, I don't know, 2,000 about 2,000 miles or so in it. Skoda's up on the ramps now, but I did forget to show you where the spare wheels kept. It's in the boot, in the back, under the carpet, in there, and as you can see, it's all good in here. I'll just show you these sills. It's contrasting, yeah, so you can see the condition under here. This is the front wheel arches, and then under the sills, I don't know how good this is going to be, but I'll have a go. But I'm going to take a look under with you anyway. So you've got the sills, back to the wheel arches. And like I said, I'll get under with the torch and then we can look better. I'll just show you this other side first. Like I say, the car went to crown rust proofing, so it was rust proofed behind the wings and into the wheel arches, and access was via taking the rear lights out. Then the lance was put in as far forward as it could go, and then it's wax oiled inside and in the boot floor. And then get my torch on, just put you down a sec. It's very good underneath. The exhaust is still good. Let's see up into these wheel arches. Alright. Good down the floors. I'm trying to get some light into these wheel arches so you can see them properly. I'm not being very successful, but it is very, very good under here. Like I say, it got wax oiled quite extensively. Now I don't know how successful that was, but it is very, very good under there. So we'll take it for a bit of a spin. But just before we do that, I've spoken about the mileage and also the fact that it went to crown rust proofing. Now Hubnut on YouTube actually made a video of that process of it being taken to crown rust proofing, and you can find the video on his channel if you want to have a look and see what actually it involved. And also he has done a video on the repair that was undertaken to the odometer, mileometer. So for further information on them 2 points, you can go ahead and look for Hubnut on YouTube, Mr. Seabrook, and see what occurred. So it drives well. There is a bit of a clanging noise from the driver's side drive shaft. It's not clicking like a CV joint clicking noise, it's just clanging as we're going down the road. And the clutch bites at about 2/3 of the way up the pedal, but the clutch is fine and it doesn't slip. I've been using this car in conjunction with the Puma, but mostly the Puma. And like I say, I've done a couple of thousand miles in it since I bought it in March 2019. But it served me well. It drives nice. It's not a racing car, obviously. It's very economical. 40 plus miles to the gallon, 42, 43. Don't use any oil, don't use water. And with these engines, these 1300 Skoda engines, they are dry liners. And sometimes the head gaskets can go on these engines, but this is perfectly fine. And after this drive, I'll park it up and get the bonnet up, and I'll take the cap off, the oil filler cap off the rocker cover, and we can have a look in there. And if there's signs of sludge and things, then bad signs of brown creamy sludge, that means that you've got head gasket problems. But on these cars with dry liners in them, you will get small amounts of build-up of sludge, and it's just simply the fact that they don't like being used on short journeys. They need to be gotten out and given a good run, as condensation will build. Brakes are good, all the lights work. It's got a radio cassette in it, a pull-out radio cassette, but the cassette doesn't work. And the heater control fan is a 3-speed control fan, but it's either on or it's off. And it's been like that since I got it, and it was the same when Ian had it. But yeah, on the whole, I quite like it, but it's time for changes. And as I say, much as I'd like to own a Skoda, I now want you to go to another enthusiast that will look after you. Same with the Puma, and same with the MGF. Yeah, it's a sweet little car, and practical with that big, with it being the estate, and the fact that the seats come out as well. So I'm going to go and park it up now, and I'll get that bonnet up and I'll show you what I mean underneath the oil filler cap on the rocker cover. Right, I'll get that bonnet up and I'll show you what I mean. So, I'm just talking about head gaskets and things. So, this is the oil filler cap. Now under here, if we're having signs of head gasket problems, what you would find in here is brown creamy sludge, and that is very, very clear in there. Just bits of condensation, and very clear down in there. So I hope that makes sense to you. That's about the best as I can explain it, I think. Now there's a lot of paperwork with this car as well, so I'll show you that next. And here we have paperwork galore. So I'll start with this. If you need to contact me, there's my details. So there's an owner's manual, logbook, got the invoice for the crown rust proofing, oil waxing, and that was on 14th of December 2018. Then there's a whole rake of invoices for work that's been carried out on the car. A holder there for everything. You've got the service schedule. I've just been looking at this, and this service schedule starts in 06, then runs through every year to 2018. 2017, sorry. That's nice to have. Then there's the Foreman Favorit Pickup Owner's Handbook. Now they called the Foreman in Czechia. It was known as the Favorit Foreman over there, and we know it as the Favorit Estate or Pickup. Nice little manual there. nice to have. And then a rake of MOTs here, up to its present one. And the first one starts in 2005. So somebody took care of their paperwork with this car. All this came to the car with me, and it will be leaving with it. Really nice to have all that. And then there's 3 ignition keys, ignition and door keys there. That's a little light, and then this is an immobiliser. This is to deactivate the immobiliser, as is this one. And this key here is for the fuel locking cap. And don't forget, if you want to contact me, that is me. But I must warn you, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday I am not available until after 5:30. Nice set of paperwork. So, that's the Skoda Favorit. I think I've just about told you everything that I know about it. So it's going to go on eBay shortly. I do not know what to ask for it, price-wise. And I think what I might do, could be risky, but I think I might put it on eBay, on auction, and start it at 99p. Maybe run it for a 5 or a 7 day auction. And it brings what it brings. So thank you for watching this video, and bye for now.